renarspodcast.
Superhumans, how did that all started? And so that is this really specific technology you're getting into. Tell us about it.
Well, in terms of like stem cells and frequency healing, also there's some really good tech coming out in terms of fitness equipment. The guys from Texas own it, and it's like a multi-gym, because I want to get a studio and have everything in it, but I want to get all the scientists involved, really, for the bloods too, a doctor, sorry. But it basically works the eccentric and concentric movements for you. So you'll push, and it'll push back exactly the right amount to hit the right amount of strength and fibers without damaging the joints.
Okay.
So it's kind of resistance for you. Some like, what's the word? I guess it mechanically does it for you. So the system works for you. So it'll have it all on the screen in front, and it will tell you exactly how much you're improving on by like down to the pound improvement.
How would they measure all those things?
Because the force that pushes against you is measurable.
Right.
So it's all computerized, basically.
And what, those are specific machines?
It's a machine. It's like a multi gym with lat pull down, leg press, etc. Do you know what I'm saying? So you know the ones you get in the houses.
Can we find them online?
I'm not sure. They're not in the UK yet. They're bringing them. They're in Texas.
What's the name of the?
I don't know if it's still kind of.
What's the name of the machine? Like, let's just Google it. If we
So
can find
Google
it.
multi-gym.
Multi-gym.
Let me find the product.
There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of that.
I'm looking at just a bunch of
Basically,
sorts of
it's
stuff.
like that, but computerized, so it does
okay.
pressure. Like
So for the listeners, like, just imagine, you have one of those like pull-up bar stands, or like the what they call them, harnesses. No, but this construction, and you would have something similar, but all with machiney stuff, with which kind of reads the data and tells you what's going on. Right?
Basically, exactly, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So they're just looking to distribute it now.
Yeah, and you say like someone in Texas came up with that idea.
I think so. That's where I met the guy that's.
And how much would it cost?
Not sure.
You don't know yet.
Not sure yet. They haven't come up with the prices and stuff. It's all still negotiating.
Right, and then your gym where you build superhumans that would be breaking down to like physio kind of therapies to
everything from deep tissue rehab, just correct muscle alignment, everything from even working the morphogenetic field, consciousness, just repairing DNA, just a lot of stuff that's going to come with it.
Right,
every aspect of improving the human being, really. So that's a project for the future. So,
and is that something what you kind of thought that would be great to have for yourself? And then since...
everything I design, a lot of my stuff that I've learnt from has come from myself anyway. All of my experiences, the way I learn. Even recently I'm just changing the way that I train. I was out in Tenerife with Peter Sage. He's an entrepreneur who's teaching me some stuff. But I'm changing my workouts now that I'm off for a bit from filming. Well, I'm not. I'm back on a Bollywood film now.
Hey, are you going to be the main actor?
No, I get to fight him.
You finally can dance.
Yeah, they're trying to go a bit serious with this one though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
This is going to be the first serious Bollywood film.
The slow-mo stuff, basically. So I've got a good little fight with the actor, one of the actors. So we're just rehearsing it. But now I'm back. I'm just full-time training myself, really. So I've been trying to fit in and only half an hour workouts, half an hour in the morning or half an hour in the evening. So I'm fitting in 2 a day, along with flexibility and mobility and stuff. But I've been rehabbing my feet really recently. I'm doing a course with my foot function at the moment, just going through the fascia of the feet and rehab for destroyed feet. Basically, most people have.
How did you destroy your feet?
By wearing trainers.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that. Yeah.
Well, everybody, if your big toe isn't supposed to go in. Your feet are supposed to be splayed, because the humans, we technically pull ourselves along using posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, kind of TVA transverse and mid to upper back is the posterior chain. But because your feet are so destroyed, all the fascia in the feet just basically, there's a nerve called the hallux valgus nerve in the foot. And all the trainers, I mean, this is by design, has to be, because without it, the chiropractors and physios and osteos wouldn't have a business as well without the feet, because the feet, the first contact with the floor is the feet, right? So everything stems from that up into the body. So if that's incorrect, the rest of it's going to be incorrect.
Yeah.
So it is incorrect because a lot of the shoes, the big toe is never supposed to be pushed in, and all trainers and shoes all push the big toe in. Even your one, that the trainers you got on now, see how that big toe, it goes in. Whereas this has got that space for the toe to come out. Yeah. Vivos.
I actually have a pair of Vivos. Like, these are really cool.
These are just chill
like
ones,
cats. What they call them?
Yeah, like caterpillars or whatever they are. These are chill. Can't bother to wear my other ones, but I've got about 4 pairs. But I used to wear Vibram 5 fingers. When I fought, I used to wear Vibrams all the time. Because if I'm fighting barefoot, I want to be walking around in barefoot all the time. But everyone just used to give me jip. So I got frog feet. So, but whatever. They're for elite athletes only. So what do they know?
But that thing is crazy. Is like when I stay in Bali, I'm bare feet pretty much all the time. And then you get used to it, and then you go back to civilization and put the shoes on. You feel so weird for at least a couple of weeks.
A lot of knee pain straight away comes from bad feet.
Yeah, and that is so important. And how people we don't know. We don't know.
They
that
don't
thing.
know. That's the thing. They'll just put on a new pair of trainers. Nike are the worst. There goes all Nike sponsorships.
I think Nike is going to sponsor this podcast in the future.
Definitely. Well, I don't know. Unless they bring out their own. They might have already, but that's the future of feet. Really, everybody's waking up to a lot of stuff happening in the world, so they should wake up to a lot of stuff in society is designed to degrade the human to resell the solution.
But do you think the healthiest would be just bare feet? That everyone would be bare feet? Or it is better to have some special designed shoes?
Shoes, depend on what you're doing. If you're running on a mountain, if there's rocks about, if you're in a park with like dog feces, not really.
No, you don't like to step in a duck shit?
It's quite bad for the human body to touch
between your toes,
dog
it just goes up.
Yeah, but when you clean it out and it goes on your fingers, there's worms that go in the eyes that make you blind. So I don't know if that's recommended. But no, barefoot all the way. But like I said, we're living we're in a concrete jungle, so you can't really ground even.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? If you've got the grass to ground in, if you're in woodland, then grounding, is perfect. You should be barefoot because that gets rid of a lot of the EMF.
Yeah, because growing up in the countryside, like we were always bare feet.
Yeah,
we would have
that's the dream.
In the morning you wake up, you have this. I don't know what's the word for that when grass is kind of wet. So it wasn't raining, but it's wet from dew. Is that the one?
It's called dew. Morning dew.
Morning dew. So we have in Latvia, there's this whole traditions of like, you need to wash your feet in the morning dew, and your ass, and your front, and everything.
Really?
When it's like the grass is real tall.
Right.
Yeah, picture naked people just running around.
Well, I'm moving there. England sucks.
It should.
Everyone wears loads of clothes. Look, I'm wearing loads now.
Especially, dude, now when I went to Latvia for a mid-solstice celebration, so that's what you do. Everyone gets up in the morning naked, runs through the field. It's like when you have the longest day and the shortest night.
What date's that?
That's the 23rd or 24th of June or July? June, I think.
All right, let me just check it in my diary.
Yeah, I went to Latvia. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. To the point when I fell off the bike and smashed my head. It was good. Okay, so bare feet would be the best, but obviously because we live in concrete jungle and city and whatever, then we need to think about what shoes we wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Vivo, in your opinion, is the leading at the moment.
There's a few others coming out. I want to bring out my own.
Yeah. What do you think about those separate fingers when you?
Yeah, they're called Vibrams.
Vibrams.
That's what I used to wear. What I was saying earlier, when I used to train, I would wear Vibrams all the time.
So is it the best then? Because it feels very weird.
Again, it depends. If your arches already collapsed and the foot, so you get atrophy. Like I said earlier, the hallux valgus nerve, when that compresses, the muscle in the bottom of the feet just kind of atrophy. They just like wither away.
Yeah.
So you just got like a fucking hoof. And humans aren't supposed to be having that, because then you've got to use your hip flexors to lift your foot up, so you're not pulling yourself along.
Right.
So then the hip flexors are getting tighter, and your lower back gets.
Have you heard those stories that about people who live in jungle and stuff? They actually their toes.
Yeah. I saw it the other day on.
Really, they get so much more like developed or whatever.
Like that. Yeah. And they're not like the prettiest, but
as long as fingers, right?
Yeah,
and they can do that.
Basically, yeah. They massage it with their feet, and amongst other stuff,
and the thumbs and everything. Possible thumbs on your feet. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You just see one in sauna. Someone just does that.
His girlfriend walks in. He's just massaging him with his foot. What's going on here?
Oh fuck.
But yeah, now I start to see. Now that I see the floor, like thin feet. I don't see them as attractive. I see feet like with toes splayed. That's what I see as attractive feet.
Well, because you know that it's healthy,
right? But before, I used to think that like nice all in a row was nice, and it might look a bit prettier, but to me now it's actually very detrimental. So I don't see it as attractive.
And the craziest shit is like what my mom get and people from that older generation, because they would wear these really uncomfortable shoes. Women would wear those high heel shoes when it goes like in this V shape, and then the big toe gets so deformed, and they get this, what is it called? That thing grows no, it's bunions. Yeah, bunions. So you have this bunion thing. Actually, one of the stunt guys have bunion toe.
I've seen a bunch.
And I think he did surgery, maybe he didn't. But there are certain ways to how you can correct now that. But
toe spaces.
It just looks so bad. Like when people, and my mom said like, well, those were the shoes we used to wear. It's like, just so bad.
Was that didn't click that they're not good for you?
I know, right?
It's weird how it's taken so long. It's like humans have had amnesia, literally.
Yeah.
It's like they're putting stuff on, and they know it's degrading their body, but they don't. They just think that it's normal.
But you know, in different cultures, it's a different thing. Like what's that? Cuca beans. Those are the ladies who are like, in China, they would be like prostitutes, but they're like educated prostitutes. So they would learn how to play music, and they would be like companion, right?
Like a geisha kind
of. Geisha,
Japanese.
Yeah. And then they would wear these special shoes which would literally deform their toes.
Right. So they do small steps.
Yeah, when they walk small steps, and they're all the time in pain. And also it emphasized on their bum and all that stuff. And then they said something about that. They want to look like they're vulnerable, and so for men that's more appealing. That I'm here, the man, and you barely can walk. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Like your prey.
Yeah. Ish.
Blah blah blah. Renarspodcast.